Hi everyone, it's Cindy Greenway here, editor at lawmarketing.com, the premier resource attorneys and legal marketers turn to for information on the business side of law. And I'm here today with Nancy Fox, who is the founder of the Business Fox, a business consulting and training company, and also the author of a brand new book coming out called Network Like a Fox. Now, this book is a targeted approach to marketing and melding with the right people for professional and personal success. So Nancy, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Cindy. Great to be here.
Thank you. Great. So, Nancy, I'd love for you to share with us from the start why you wrote this book. Now, I know there's tons of networking books out there, but why this one? What's unique about your book?
Well, that's right, Cindy. There are so many really good books on networking, and I've read all of them, or I hope most of them. And the reason I wrote this book is I found that even though I had learned a lot about networking, got really good at it, was training my clients to be really good at it, there was still a missing component. And that is that people are still learning how to network sort of hit and miss by the recommendations of other people. They're not really doing it in a very targeted way. And because of that, they're leaving a lot of chips and money on the table.
Ah, okay. So I know there's a lot of information in the book, and I personally can't wait to get my hands on that book. But I wondered if you could share with us one tip that our lawyers can implement into their networking immediately.
Okay, great. So, not networking is not created equal. That means everybody has a different personality, a different style.
Hmm.
So, the number one thing I want people to really take away from this, especially lawyers, is lawyers they feel comfortable networking with other lawyers. They understand each other.
Right.
And it does make sense because they can and do refer business to each other. However, sometimes you really need to add another component into your networking strategy, a targeted approach where you're actually going to fish where your ideal fish are swimming, your ideal clients are swimming.
Okay.
So here's a case in point. A colleague of mine, an IP attorney who happened to specialize, his niche was in medical devices. So he'd been networking with lots of lawyers, and they were, sometimes he was getting a few referrals, but not as many as he wanted. So I did a little searching, a little strategy with him, and we found a fantastic conference. And guess what the conference was all about? All these companies, and all they did was manufacture medical devices. It was a whole conference around it. It happened to be taking place in California. He got himself on an airplane, went the next week, met about 6 potential clients, and also met the leadership of the conference, and was on tap to be a speaker at the conference for the next year.
Wow. That's great. That's great. Good. Well, I know your book is coming out at the beginning of May, Nancy,
Yes.
and we're really looking forward to seeing it and being able to share it as well. And what's the best place for people, or where is the best place for people to find you online?
Oh, really happy to share that. Thebusinessfox.com is my website. You can find me on LinkedIn, and you can also find me on Twitter at Nancy Fox. So follow me, and I'd love to follow you back.
Great. All right. Well, thanks you very much, Nancy. Everybody, it's Cindy Greenway with lawmarketing.com, and we'll see you soon.